Teen Human. We are Sports. And here's what you need to know.
The Monday Night Football matchup has San Francisco 10-4 at slumping Indianapolis, which is 8-6. A Colts loss would clinch a playoff spot for Buffalo, for Jacksonville, for the Chargers. By the way, Chargers linebacker Denzel Perryman was suspended 2 games after another helmet-to-helmet hit. He will appeal. And the NFL suspended Steelers wide receiver DK Metcalf for the final 2 games of the season. He will appeal. Seahawks linebacker Derek Hall lost his appeal of a 1-game suspension. The Kansas City Chiefs will have a new stadium in 2031 in Kansas. It'll be less than 25 miles west of Arrowhead Stadium and have a roof. Chiefs quarterback Gardner Minshew's knee injury is not a torn ACL, but he was placed on IR. Notre Dame will play BYU for the next 2 years instead of playing USC. Washington State defeated Utah State 34-21 at the bowl game in Boise. Each team was 6-6. I'm Steve DeSager.
1049 Fox Sports Upstate Weather.
Sunshine is back this afternoon for your Monday, with temperatures warming up near average. We'll stay in the mid-50s for Monday afternoon. Clouds begin to increase as we head towards tonight, and that will bring temperatures down towards the 40s out the door for Tuesday. And then we start our warm-up, heading towards the mid-60s for Tuesday. We'll keep sunshine as temperatures continue to warm up towards the 70s, heading into the holidays. This has been meteorologist Victoria Kukinis with WYFF News 4.
This report is sponsored by O'Keefe's Working Hands Hand Cream.
Listen, if rubbing your hands together sounds like this, you need O'Keefe's Working Hands Hand Cream. It instantly relieves extremely dry, cracked hands. O'Keefe's, look for the green package.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Here's an important tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Safe driving saves money and lives. Aggressive driving like speeding, rapid acceleration, and sudden braking wastes gas and rarely gets you to your destination faster. It can lower your gas mileage by up to 30% on highways and 40% in stop-and-go traffic. So, slow down. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. For more sustainable living tips or to take action in your own community, visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
What's the best kind of Christmas music? Commercial-free Christmas music. iHeart Christmas on the iHeartRadio app is 100% commercial-free. Take iHeart Christmas everywhere you go, and when you're getting those gifts wrapped just right, ask your smart speaker to play iHeart Christmas on iHeartRadio.
Now play. That's the Jingle Bell Ride.
Try it now. Open the app, search Holiday, and start listening.
iHeartRadio.
The games are over, so there's only one thing left to do: overreact. The NFL Draft Nerd is here to weave through the world of sports and separate fact from fiction. Get involved. The call-in line's open at 864-240-5480. You can tweet us, we don't call it X, at the NFL Draft Nerd. Now, here's that creed-loving, bird-fearing, football lunatic, Jeremy Greene.
What is up? It's a Monday night. Greenville, South Carolina here on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. And as always, we're brought to you by Ingles Markets. Save on your Christmas dinner with Ingles. Over $1.50 per pound off select varieties of ham. See store for details and get 400 fuel points when you spend $75+ on a pickup order, and you get free pickup on orders over $35. Find them online at inglesmarkets.com. Ingles Markets, low prices, love the savings. Trey, it's been an eventful week.
Yes, it has.
Your Pittsburgh Steelers. What is the deal with how weird can a game end? We started and borderline ended the week with it's just pandalarium. We got the weirdest two-point conversion in the history of the NFL, and then we have an OPI that's called that was terrible, then an actual good one that ends the game, but the official can't figure out. Don't say it's a touchdown if it's not a touchdown, you jackal.
Right. I think that's what confused most people. I admittedly turned it off after the touchdown graphic went up because I was angry. So I had to find out retroactively when I went back to check to see what the score was, what it finished out at. And I was like, hang on, there's 4 seconds left, and it's the same score. What happened? So I had to go back and kind of play catch up. But there are better ways to handle that call, I think.
Mr. Hussey learned a valuable lesson. If you're going to tell your wife you want a divorce, don't tell her you love her to start with.
Right.
It's a really bad way to do that. I love you, but I also love Sandy from accounting. So this marriage is over. There is no more marriage. You should have started with that, and that's why she stabbed you.
Yep.
Call-in lines open, 864-240-5480. That call-in number again, 864-240-5480. You can also text to get involved in the program, 864-777-9593. You can watch us on YouTube at The Sportsocracy, or you can send me a message on Twitter at The NFL Draft Nerd. Trey, I know you're not as big of a college football guy, more of an NFL guy. How much of the college football playoff did you actually watch?
You want the complete honest answer or the I'm a professional radio answer?
Oh, no, I want the complete honest answer. If it's zero, it's fine.
It's 0.
So that means that you didn't get to see
we got a caller.
All right. We'll get to the caller in just a second. So that means you didn't get to see the reverse matinee, which is we had a blockbuster to start. Alabama, Oklahoma. Oklahoma jumps out to a 17-point lead, and then Alabama determines that you're just not going to score again. And we're going to suffocate you even though we can't run a greasy peg up a cat's keister. Then you get Texas A&M Miami, which to me was riveting. I get it. It was only 10-3. There weren't a lot of points. It was a doink fest with your field goal kickers. That was still really good football.
Right.
And then, my friends, you got an assault on your eyeballs with James Madison and Tulane. Our calling question tonight, does James Madison and Tulane getting blown out prove that the group of 5 should not be in the college football playoff? I maintain that it does. Not that we should bar the group of 5, not that we should say you can't get in. No, you have to earn your way in. Because this didn't do anything for them. All right, you get JMU, who I'm very sensitive to because I played for one of their former coaches, Mike Houston, who is now co-defensive coordinator at Clemson. I love seeing these teams get in. What I don't love seeing is a team that has absolutely zero chance of actually competing because it doesn't do anything for you. Because today you're getting a lot of people like me saying keep them out and just keep them out entirely. That's not actually what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you have to earn your spot. If you're going to play the Georgia States and the Coastal Carolinas and all of these teams that you play in the Sun Belt, that's fine. If you go through the schedule and you're undefeated, all the way in. If the committee or the rankings or however we do this moving forward look at you and say you're one of the 12 best teams in college football, then by all means you deserve to get in. The problem is this year that didn't happen. We were tied to the constraints of a college football playoff committee that had to put in 5 conference champions. I hate to tell you this, there aren't always 5 conference champions that deserve to be in. If you're going to do that, then you have to limit how many teams are in each conference. The SEC can't have 16. The ACC can't have 18 plus Notre Dame. The Big Ten can't somehow have 27 teams. By the way, Big Ten, change the number. It's really hard to remember how many teams you have.
Thank you.
And I see 10 and I go, I know it's not that. Can't remember the number, but I know it's not that. I don't have a problem with them getting in if they earn their way in. Yeah. There's no such thing in life as a free lunch. My grandparents taught me that when I was but a young boy. In college football, we're giving a free lunch, and it's not doing what you want it to. Getting Tulane on that stage, I promise you, no 3-star recruit looked at that and went, yeah, I want to go to Tulane, or I want to go to James Madison, because that didn't look fun at all. Trey, somebody on the phone line, caller, who is this?
It's Dave, Jeremy. How you doing?
Hey, Dave, how are you?
Oh, I'm living the dream. I won't take up too much of your time. I do agree that they let just too many of the smaller schools in to the playoff for inclusion purposes. And personally, I would love to see every single original Pac-12 team go back to the Pac-12 and just make that a monster again. But I won't get on that soapbox. But my question for you, good sir, is I just for some reason this year more than others, I'm getting I'm getting more and more annoyed at the analytics side of things. I understand it plays a key part, but it seems like it's taking over and it's replacing football IQ. So I just wanted to hear your take on that, but I do appreciate your opinion and love watching you guys every morning.
Thank you, Dave. We appreciate you. That's a really good question. So I am a huge fan of transparency. I said when we started this show, I'm never going to lie to you. I am really good friends with Trevor Sikkema. Trevor Sikkema is basically the guy that runs PFF. PFF is a blessing and a curse. And here's why I say this.
Yep.
There are a lot of people out there that love football but don't necessarily understand it. And when I say understand it, I don't mean they don't know the game. They don't know how to explain from an X's and O's standpoint what it is that they're seeing. They're seeing this player bad. And they don't necessarily have a way to explain that because they're not breaking down the film. They're watching it on television, they're watching the highlights, and they see chunk plays that are on this player or chunk plays that are made by this player.
Right.
And then PFF came along. And PFF is a great tool when it's used correctly. The problem is that there is no analytical formula that will boil down things that are not tangible. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, your Pittsburgh Steelers played the Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm.
You have a tight end named Darnell Washington.
Oh, Mount Washington, yeah.
Yes, he is basically a concrete mixer with hands.
Right.
It is really hard analytically to explain all of the things that he does. And here's why I say that.
Yeah.
When you put him out there, you basically have 6 offensive linemen, but one of them can catch. One of them's also really hard to bring down if they get the ball in their hand. So how do you defend this guy? Do you put a corner on him that you know can't tackle him but maybe could keep the ball away from him? Do you put a safety that's a good balance of speed, size, tackling ability, but still probably a little small? Or do you put a linebacker on him that he's just going to not necessarily outrun you? He is a freak athlete for his size.
Yeah, he is.
There's no way to quantify how a defense has to play that guy differently. Now, here's where that comes in. Yesterday, Jaylen Warren basically did nothing against the Detroit Lions for an entire game. He had 2 huge chunk runs at the end of the game that basically gave Pittsburgh a win. You know why there was nobody on that side? Go look where Darnell Washington was. Look where he was lined up. The play didn't run to him both times.
Right.
The formation was slanted towards him because they were putting linebackers on him to try to deal with him because he had already stiff-armed a cornerback multiple times.
Right.
That's something analytics can't figure that out. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I've covered the NFL draft for this is now my 15th year. Yes, I did go back and look for those that have been around. I didn't know the number to that. I went back and looked. This is my 15th NFL draft. If there was a way to empirically boil down how good a football player was, how they projected to the next level, anything like that, not only would we have already figured it out, everybody would use it to a point that there would be absolutely no surprises in this business whatsoever.
Yep.
There's not. That's why they still employ people like me. That's why they still employ people like Trevor Sikkema. And I'm not going to lie to you. This is a little tangent. Dave asked the question, and I owe him an answer. I get very irritated when people blame Trevor, and that's not what he did. I'm just talking in general. Trevor is a really smart guy that is trying to give an analytical formula to people that don't necessarily pound tape like we do. The problem is that we made it so easy and so consumable and so easy to get your hands on because it's on NBC every single time you see a player's picture go up that we got lazy. Across the board, we got lazy. This guy's the 22nd best safety in the league of 70 qualifying safeties. That's a number you can understand. I don't have to think about this any further, and away we go.
Right.
That's not Trevor's fault. Trevor gave you a tool. If you dig into the tool, you can see a lot of things there. And I love this question. Dave, thank you again for the question. I love this question because it's so good to what we started this show off with. If you just look at the final score of JMU Oregon, JMU covered. They covered the spread. Isn't that good? Well, there's several reasons for that. Oregon played a very vanilla defense in the second half. They have another game 8 days from now. They know that. Oh, but the starters were still in. Some of them were. Some of them weren't. They're trying to get out of this happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Yep.
That's it. I don't care about the final score because the final score doesn't matter. Whoever wins, wins. You don't get style points because you beat JMU by 70 points. A win is a win. And it steers very much into what Dave said there. There is watching the game, there is watching the highlights, and there's letting the box score be your guide. That's how we get into situations like this. You let a box score be your guide, and you look at a team like, I'll go with Vanderbilt solely because they're the one that I look at, and from the eyeball test, go, they were good enough to be in this.
Yes, agreed.
If Vanderbilt played JMU, they'd beat them by 30 points. They lost a game at Alabama that was very close and very competitive until very late. They lost a game at Texas that they were down by 4 scores and came back and drew it to a field goal. That's more impressive than anything JMU did. But if you don't watch the games, you still look at Vanderbilt and go, well, 10-2 SEC team, they don't belong in. No, they very much belong in. Ahead of JMU, ahead of Tulane, 100 times out of 100. I also loved the argument that I've heard time and time again this weekend. Well, Notre Dame had the 44th ranked strength of schedule in the country. Tulane's was 71st. JMU's was 121st.
Jeez.
Don't give me strength of schedule. It's not an argument that you're going to win. If you want to go they won a conference, okay, that's at least a tangible argument. It doesn't make any sense to me. If I put together, and I'll use the same exact analogy that I gave to Trey earlier, if I pull the 4th most attractive girl out of the Playboy Mansion and she decides she's willing to go on a date with me, is that more impressive than the 4th most attractive girl at a Waffle House? Yeah, it is. You know why?
100 times out of 100.
Because there's 100 attractive girls at the Playboy Mansion. There might be 2 at Waffle House. It's the same thing. You have to look at the whole picture, not just what an analytical formula, not just what an analyst, not just what anything says. Use your eyes. That's the beauty of football. If you watch the games, you'd be shocked how much of this jumps off the screen. We get smart callers on this show, my daily show in Asheville, and they watch their team, and they have these beautiful, astute points about their team. It happens with other teams as well, though. And I understand it's my job and it's not your job. And you may not want to bathe yourself in the league. But analytics don't always tell the story. Numbers don't always tell the story. Box scores don't always tell the story. Sometimes there's more to it than that. Trey, you say we have a caller on the line. Caller, who is this?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jeremy, this is Rocky in Greenville.
Hey, Rocky, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well. Hope you are. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, I'm going to try to not sound stupid, and this may be apples to oranges. I first of all believe they ought to increase the college football playoff to 16 teams. So, but I'm going to compare. I'm going to go to the NCAA basketball tournament. This is probably apples to oranges, and I hope I'm not sounding crazy or stupid.
Not at all.
Or whatever. But just when you are playing, just because you win your conference tournament, and I'm using the basketball tournament, and I know it's 68 teams or whatever, but just because you win your conference tournament doesn't guarantee you, a seeding up very high. As a matter of fact, it's pretty well we've known that the committee that's picking the tournament, they already have their seedings regardless of how the tournament ends. Whether if one of your top seeds doesn't win the conference tournament. So I guess what I'm trying to say here, and you can help me out, is that if you're going to have a committee and you're going to use a ranking, and you're going to have the top 16, 14, 12 teams in your ranking, that's who's playing. You know, like going to the back to the basketball, if you're in the Colonial Athletic or the Southern Conference or the Big South or the Sun Belt or whatever it be, you win your conference tournament. Okay, great. Wonderful. You got an automatic bid. Super. But that doesn't guarantee you, I mean, a high seeding. Am I making sense?
Absolutely.
A little bit?
Absolutely.
Versus like a JMU and Tulane. They didn't belong in there. They weren't in the top 12.
That's the thing that's bothered me the whole time is if you're going to set a ranking that has 12 teams, then how do I look at this when the top 10 are in and 11 and 12 aren't? How do I look at this as anything more than a farce? I mean, if you don't have the rankings, then okay, you could at least sell me on, in your mind, those are the top 12. The problem is that you straight up told me they weren't. Now, as
why
to what
the hell have the rankings, Jeremy?
I've asked that question. What really irks me is why do they start releasing them in week 8? And now you're just painting yourself into a corner every single week because these teams have already played, or you need somebody to lose to validate that, well, we had this one ahead of them, and then we flipped them like we did with Miami and Notre Dame. They're all very good points.
That's like Notre Dame and Miami. I mean, Notre Dame was ahead. I know they lost to them early, but Notre Dame's ahead of Miami, and all of a sudden, oh, by the way, we're just going to flip-flop them.
And their explanation made no sense of, well, BYU was in between them, and then we had to compare them head-to-head. Why were you not comparing them head-to-head in the first place? How did you get them 2 spots apart and you weren't comparing them head-to-head? That makes no sense. Now, Rocky, we greatly appreciate the call. Rocky, this is where I would go with what you said. And I've been thinking on this all weekend of how do I fix this but keep it fair, because I do still want a 3-star recruit that's not getting the love from a Power 5 school. I still want them to look at JMU or Tulane and go, you know what? It might be the minor leagues. It might be that I'm going there to increase my stock, to wind up at a South Carolina, to wind up at a Clemson, to wind up at a Georgia. I'm okay with that, and they're okay with that. But I still want them to have a chance. And so I have gone down this rabbit hole, and I agree. Literally, Rocky said his point wasn't going to make sense. To me, it made perfect sense. We got to take a commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to elaborate on what Rocky said, and I think there's a very simple solution here that we can take in college football that gets everybody what they want. This is Overtime, brought to you by Ingles Markets. Find them online, ingles-markets.com. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. Only one will leave with an iFit contract worth $200.
All right, we'll have 2 texts, well, technically 3 texts on the text line when you come back.
And right now, Sesame needs you. Donate today at sesame.org.
I'm going to take that as a no.
That's SESAME.org.
What'd you say? You can't hear me on the talkback?
No, I did not hear you.
All right, I'm going to try it on the other one and see if you can hear me there.
Okay. If you tried it, I'm going with no.
All right, that's going to be a no.
Yeah, no.
10-4.
All right, did you hear me about the text messages?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll come back.
And you don't have to acknowledge me when I tell you about the phone line, because I turn my mic, I take it out of program so it doesn't go over the air.
You're good. I didn't realize that the first time until it had already come out of my mouth.
You're good.
I was like, oh wait, they couldn't hear that.
Nope, sure can't.
Nope, they couldn't hear that. So I just said that for no reason. My bad.
It's all good.
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch, so you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part? You can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Nice. My side of the tree is slipping. Timber!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Switch in just 15 minutes and get iPhone 17 on us with no trade-in needed.
With 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection.
Not on-
Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier or cancel. Finance agreement, 256 gigs, $830. Eligible port in a new line. $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
This Christmas season, visit your local Boot Barn store for top-quality gifts that pay tribute to the lasting heritage of the West. From handcrafted cowboy boots and American-made felt hats to premium leather jackets, our in-store partners will help guide you as you shop, assisting with boot fitting and providing complimentary hat shaping. This Christmas, share a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Ready for 7 days of discovery? For the first time, South by Southwest brings innovation, film and TV, and music together. Running concurrently across Austin March 12th through 18th. Experience bold storytelling, groundbreaking ideas, and live performances that define what's next. The most unexpected discoveries happen when creative worlds collide at South by Southwest. Start
Trey,
planning
can
your
you
adventure
read those
and
texts?
register today at SX.
I sure can.
You're the man.
/badges.
It's a Christmas week here on 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. This is the Overtime brought to you by Ingles Markets. Find them online at ingles-markets.com. Phone lines are open, 864-240-5480. You can also get involved via the text line, 864-777-9593. I'm Jeremy Greene. He's Trey Falco. And Trey, I believe we have some submissions via the text line.
We do. We've got a couple. Looking at one from Soaring Eagle. So he's in a finals in a league that somehow doesn't have a trade deadline. Running back is Christian McCaffrey. Running back 2 is Bucky, who he can't trust. And the other options are Jalen Warren and Chris Rodriguez. Derrick Henry manager just lost the toilet bowl with Derrick Henry. Does he trade Bucky and Jake Ferguson for Henry and Dallas Goedert? This is also a dynasty, and he has a Crayon Eater, Cam Scattaboo, and Gunnar Helm. He also has Fannin, so that's his logic.
I get it with Goddard because I don't know where Goddard's going to play next year. I also hate that you have no trade deadline. I'm not giving up on Bucky long term because I think there's a great chance Todd Bowles is out of town in Tampa Bay in a couple weeks when the Panthers make the playoffs over them. I would not do it. I would ride with Bucky this week. I actually have the same problem. I have Bucky in a few leagues. The Miami Dolphins are an absolute run sieve. You may not have the high-end upside, but I think your roster is good enough from what I hear that I would just roll with Bucky, not sacrifice future potential for short-term game. That would be my advice, but I would understand it on your side. I just think you got a lot of years out of Bucky and probably not a lot out of Derrick Henry.
Next one comes from Tristan. Tristan said, congrats on your Jets for making NFL history, brother. Only 2 games away from being the first team in NFL history with no interceptions for an entire season. All love, LOL.
Tristan, I appreciate you. I deserve that because I've said some not nice things about your Colts. You're a blessed human, and I appreciate you a great deal. That is a shocking stat. You would think, and this is
at least
just
one.
No matter how unathletic a person is, if I throw a ball at them 400 times, you would think eventually they would accidentally catch one.
You would think.
But not the Jets. The Jets are just out here living life. Well, we have a term for that. I'm not going there. It's it's tough to be a Jets fan, especially after watching us get shellacked by Tyler Shuck, Audric Estime, and the New Orleans Saints. Good win for the Saints, but
it seems about the only thing the Jets can catch is a flight to Cancun.
Oh, yeah. Well, New York teams, we've learned, don't get on a boat. Odell Beckham broke the New York Jets, or New York Giants, excuse me.
The Giants,
just don't get on a boat. Because if you break us any further, I'm pretty sure we're just going to be making sandcastles in the dirt before it's all said and done.
One more text. It's Jeremy, it's Miller. What does Seattle need to do the next 2 weeks to be ready for a big push? Also, Why has this been the most difficult year in DFS in years?
Oh, so I'm going to start with the second part. The thing in DFS is that you don't have a great team, so you'll get a game like Jacksonville beating the Denver Broncos. You would go into that game thinking Denver's they're at home. They're in Mile High. I've seen Jacksonville lose a couple strange games. You think it's going to be competitive. You think Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton are going to be the call, when in all reality it was R.J. Harvey. It has been a very strange year because I think so many of these teams are so close. And that would steer me into my answer with the Seattle Seahawks. What does Seattle need to do to be ready for the playoffs? Keep doing what you're doing now. I mean, you've got my guy, Sammy D, MVP. We haven't gotten to talk about this a lot, but I am what is known as a Sam Darnold truther. I've been telling you for years how good this kid is. You're all figuring it out now. Trey, I gave this stat on the earlier show. How many quarterbacks in the NFL have more wins in the last 2 years than Sam Darnold?
Currently?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go out on a limb, say 6.
Not applicable, because there ain't one. How many are within a win of Sam Darnold in the last 2 years?
4?
Not applicable, because there ain't one. The closest one in the NFL is Josh Allen with 24. Jared Goff has 23, and a handful of quarterbacks have 22. By the way, that 22 list gets really uncomfortable because it's very Jordan Love, Bo Nixie.
Oh, wow.
It's one of those stats, just stop it at 23. You're good. It proved your point. I think Seattle is set up, especially after beating the Rams. That's one of those defining wins. You let Puka Nacua go absolutely nanner stuffings against you.
Yep.
Matthew Stafford threw for 470 yards. You still found a way to win. Now, in terms of what you do for the rest of the year, you play Carolina this week. Carolina fans, I'll just put this out there. I know Sam Darnold, and I know how he feels going into this week. And as the president, CEO, and treasurer of the Sam Darnold fan club, I'm sorry in advance because he is going to do his best to hurt your feelings in Charlotte this week. Not saying he's necessarily going to do it, but he's going to try with everything that he's got. Didn't love how things went while he was in Charlotte. But if you're Seattle,
experiment?
Say it again.
I said, was that the Matt Rule or was that Wilkes? That damn Sam Darnold.
That was with Rule, with Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. And somehow I saw this in training camp, and we still at some point went, maybe we should go to Baker Mayfield. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should roll with Sam Darnold. I don't care how many bad games he has. This is a really good end of the season setup for Seattle because you have to play 2 road games, one West Coast team coming east, one at 1 o'clock in Charlotte against a team that's fighting for the playoff lives. And then you will play a very spunky San Francisco 49er team that we get to see here momentarily on Monday Night Football against the Phillip Rivers-led Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, yeah.
This game felt like it was going to be so much gooder about 4 weeks ago.
Yep.
And now we get Phillip Rivers against Brock Purdy. That'll
looks like you
fun.
out there padded up. I'm watching it now.
Oh, Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers at this point looks like he's about 4 buttermilk biscuits short of tachycardia. Phillip Rivers looks like if we still did Life Alert commercials, that would be his first endorsement. He fell down last week, and I swear to you, I looked at that at one point and went, he ain't getting up.
Yeah,
he ain't getting up without somebody giving him a hand. Phillip's fine.
Yeah,
we're going to preview this game coming back here momentarily, but
got another caller.
I don't love it, and that goes back to Tristan. You're one of my favorite people, and for your sake, man, I would love to see the Colts win tonight because it makes everything more interesting. It pushes San Francisco down a peg, which is where they belong. But I don't necessarily think it's going to happen. According to Trey, we have a caller on the line. You can get involved on the call-in line, 864-240-5480. Caller, who is this?
Yeah, I just saw the YouTube video.
Okay. Have you got a question for us?
Yes, what is your opinion on basketball?
So I'm not a huge basketball guy. Are you talking college or the NBA?
The NBA.
The NBA at this point, the Oklahoma City Thunder basically went, I'll say they went cheat code. Not a cheat code, because you had to do it right. They figured out what a lot of us playing NBA 2K figured out many years ago, which is get 1 million draft picks, hit on 10 of them, and then absolutely mush the face of the league by doing so. Oklahoma City is really good. I think the New York Knicks are really good. There are a handful of other teams that can contend. I just don't see anybody beating Oklahoma City.
All right, that's all I wanted to ask.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you calling in. And it's just that simple. You get involved, 864-240-5480. This is 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene, and we'll be back right after this.
104.9 Fox Sports Upstate weather.
Sunshine is back this afternoon for your Monday, with temperatures warming up near average. We'll stay in the mid-50s for Monday afternoon. Clouds begin to increase as we head towards tonight, and that will bring temperatures down towards the 40s out the door for Tuesday. And then we start our warm-up, heading towards the mid-60s for Tuesday. We'll keep sunshine as temperatures continue to warm up towards the 70s, heading into the holidays. This has been meteorologist Victoria Kukinis with WYFF.
Trey, what time do we have to be out in this segment? I'm still learning the clock.
This segment or just at this hour?
Either way.
This hour would be 58:50. Give me a second to do some math on this segment.
Okay.
The latest I would get out on this segment would be probably 52:50. Or excuse me, 52 on the dot.
Okay.
Because that'll give you about, let's see, 52. You come back at 55. You'd have about a 3-minute segment there to wrap up this hour.
Okay. Let's do that. That'll be. I'll probably go out a little closer to 50 because we'll do Monday Night Football at the end in that little end cap segment.
Okay, cool. Do you want me to? So typically, what I do for John is 60, 30, and a 10. Does that work for you?
Oh, I have a clock in front of me.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that works then.
Yeah, that is the one beauty of being on this side. I actually have a clock over here. I don't have one on the other side.
Nice. Okay, yeah.
Now,
then we'll roll that way.
Now, if I'm smart enough to look at it, that's going to be a really good question.
Okay.
Or can I see it? As I'm sitting here staring at it, I see it perfectly. But it's about the size of a pop top on a soda can. So if I get good and revved up, get a tear in my eye, we may not be able to read that bad boy.
Okay. Why is it so small?
I don't know. Tank's computer's possessed by the devil.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's like everything. It's like everything on his computer screen thinks this monitor is like 80 inches wide.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, everything is itty bitty teeny eensy tiny on this little 20-inch screen, and I can't get it to change.
Have to get Mitch on it.
No doubt. Mitchell!
I got about a minute and a half. We come back, okay?
10-4.
And we just got a text.
10-4.
Friends, coworkers, or family to score discounted tickets and exclusive on-field experiences during the game.
Uncle Rico, have yourself a day.
Go to Panthers.com/tickets today to learn more.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get Super Sure. Coming soon.
Did you know that since 2002, more than 2.7 million lottery-funded scholarships, such as Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow scholarships, have been awarded to South Carolina students? Playing for fun is a win for education. Visit seeducationlottery.com/education wins for more information.
Did you know 26 million Americans have kidney disease and most don't know it?
The day I was diagnosed, I didn't know what to do. I called the National Kidney Foundation, and the young lady who answered stayed on the phone with me and walked me through step by step. She
Can you read that
was
text coming back,
kidney
Trey?
disease. And she showed me there could be life after kidney disease.
Visit the National Kidney Foundation at kidney.org. Now you know.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, Don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
It's a little Buble. That doesn't get you in the mood for Christmas. Nothing will. It's the Christmas episode of Overtime. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. As always, brought to you by Ingles Markets. Find them online, ingles-markets.com. Save on your Christmas dinner with Ingles. Ham on sale. What more can you ask for from a grocery store than to put ham on sale the week of Christmas?
Can't beat it.
Ingles Markets. Low prices. Love the savings. Get involved with us here. Text lines open 864-777-9593. And Trey, I believe we have a text on said text line.
We do, yes. This one comes from Red Sea. Red Sea says, Jeremy, if you were looking to get me a Christmas present, a legitimate way Arizona could be even kind of competitive next year would be great.
Oh, that's a good one. Look, Arizona. Well, Arizona's an interesting case. Because you have all of these young players that have had kind of some injury issues, whether it's Walter Nolan, Will Johnson, a handful of guys. But you feel pretty good about what you got in Calais Campbell. Probably not coming back. I'd be somewhat shocked if he did. Josh Sweat, I like what you got there. You've got the pieces. You've got to figure out how to make the offense come together. Now, you found something in Michael Wilson. He's taken that true star turn here at the end of the year. I've seen enough in MHJ, Marvin Harrison Jr., to definitely feel better about what I'm going into next year with. The problem, and I see a couple problems with Arizona. One, you need a new play caller. And I know for a fact that Red Sea's in the same boat with me, because if Drew Petzing ends up in a pit in somebody's house, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's Red Sea's house. You need a new play caller. You need some definite additions to the offensive line, and then you just really need to round out that team. Arizona's one of those that feels like they're in year one of a 3-year overhaul, but you're doing it right. I mean, I think Jacoby Brissett's probably going to be the quarterback of this team next year. I think he's earned that right. You're going to tap out on Kyler Murray, which that'll help. The dead cap's going to hurt next year, but a year from now, you'll like Ingles, you'll enjoy the savings. You'll love the savings with no more Kyler Murray. And that's where you go. You need another really good draft, pick up a couple players in free agency, get the play caller right. Next year will be an improvement. You'll be back to where you thought you would be this year. Are you a year behind schedule? Sure. But you're going to be competitive in a year. Arizona's not a team I look at and go, you're hopeless. There are hopeless teams out there. The Miami Dolphins are hopeless. The New York Jets are hopeless. The Cleveland Browns are hopeless. I don't put Arizona in that same boat. I don't put Atlanta in that same boat. You have pieces, and pieces in the NFL are what you need to survive. 3 or 4 of those a year, one good draft, maybe you have 5 of them in a year, couple free agency pieces, couple additions, and you're right back to where you want to be. Call-in line also open, 864-240-5480. We have a caller on the line. Caller, who is this?
Hey, JB Brown, how are you?
How are you, JB?
Doing well, man. Let's talk about the Pats again. Last week I was saying that I thought the loss was good for them, and they played really, really well last night.
I really liked what I saw out of the offense. There were some cracks in the defense. What makes me nervous is, especially looking at Snoop Huntley playing quarterback on the other side, that's a point where you should be able to pin your ears back and really get after Derrick Henry because you know they're not going to press it down the field. Now, that's the negative side of that. Now, here's the positive. If you're Mike Vrabel, you're looking at a very young team here with Christian Barmore and Christian Gonzalez. And you're missing Robert Spillane last night, which I don't think anybody should undersell how much effect that would have in stopping Derrick Henry. That's why he's here. That's a teachable moment where Mike Vrabel can look at his team and go, okay, we should have done this better. We're very good. You know, you look at this team, they're sitting at 12-3. Possibly with a pretty direct shot at the 1 seed in the AFC. you started, 1-2? You reel off 10 wins in a row, and you start to buy your own press clippings, especially when people tell you how good the defense is and how all this has come together, and Mike Vrabel's so great. Mike Vrabel's had some up and down times in the playoffs. I think he has learned from that, and I think he will take what he has learned from that to school up a young defense, especially when you have two lambs being led to slaughter in my disaster New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins.
Hey, what I was happy about was the offensive line wasn't healthy, and then driving that last drive we had to take the lead was just outstanding. I was just so happy.
The thing that I look for in teams that can win a Super Bowl, that can win in the playoffs, is teams that win games that maybe they shouldn't have. Because I will say at times I felt like Baltimore outplayed them, and I know they were missing guys. I'm not faulting them for that. That's a tough spot. We talked about that last week, is that Baltimore was the favorite, which I still think is insanity. But that is a very easy spot for a young team to let down, and they didn't. And as a Patriots fan, I think you should be encouraged by that.
I am. I'm excited about it.
Absolutely. JB, we appreciate the call, as always, and enjoy 2 wins over the hapless Jets and the Miami Dolphins, and go get them in the playoffs.
Got another text.
Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas. It's just that simple. Call in line. Open 864-240-5480. Text line open as well, 864-777-9593. If you're watching us on YouTube, you see Santa Trey on the stream. He's a cartoon
that
character.
Picture's diabolical.
That's something we do around. Oh, I'm evil when it comes to AI cartoons. I've got some of Tank that are horrific. My radio partner in Asheville, Tank Spencer. I have so many pictures of him, I don't even have to give it a picture anymore. I just say, make an evil picture of Tank, and it produces them. You had to work a little harder. I had to go through some Facebook, had to go through some social media, make it understand who you are, and that's what I don't understand is why is Santa Trey not wearing pants? I can't figure that one out.
Shows, right?
I can't figure that out. It got the Steelers around you just right. You've got your Santa hat on, your Santa outfit. Right. Trey playing Santa Claus for us. I believe we have another text. What do we have on the text line, Mr. Falco?
We do. It says Merry Christmas and Draftmas around the corner, and the not-so-fun season in Detroit. Who is the top O-line prospects?
Oh, this is a really good draft if you're needing an offensive tackle specifically on the right side. This is a great year because you got Manoa from Mauanoa. I will get his name right by the time this draft starts.
You got time.
Here's the thing: I look at a guy's name who has no N in it, and a G, and there's no G sound and there is an N. That's hard for my redneck brain to pick up and say correctly. Now, as for who are the top prospects, Francis Mauanoa, who you will see in the next round of the college football playoff from Miami. He's up there real high. Spencer Fano, big kid, 6'6", 300 pounds from Utah. That's without a doubt your top 2. Then you get into some guys that you'll see, Caden Proctor. A lot of people worry about, is he going to eat his way out of the league? Because he is without a doubt 2 Bo-Berry biscuits away from tachycardia. So, he's 370 pounds, and it shows quite often. Then you get Jennings Dunker from Iowa, Isaiah World that you'll see from Oregon. Utah has another one in Caleb Lamu. And then you start getting into more of those day 2 guys, Caden Green from Missouri, Tiernan from Northwestern. There's really only one interior guy that I see really threatening day 1, and that's Vega Ione from Penn State. So if I'm Detroit, and I'll be honest with you, I think that's a match made in heaven. It's just getting to the center, and I'm a huge fan of Jake Slaughter out of Florida. I know a lot of other people like Connor Liu, actually 2 guys that we will see in the Shrine Senior Bowl spectacular week. I have not been with you since we confirmed this. We will be doing a live show from Frisco, Texas at the Shrine Bowl with all of my friends from the Washington Commanders.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm big on live shows. I really like I like going out into the public so people, instead of just telling you should throw yourself in front of a moving train on Twitter, they can say it to your face, and then you can enjoy a cold domestic light while you talk about why it's not going to happen.
Right.
And you just share some chuckles. It's the holiday season. There's no better way to make friends than face-to-face. Don't hide behind saying things on the Twitter box. Although a lot of people did that this weekend, talking about JMU and Tulane. And that is our call-in question tonight. Does James Madison and Tulane getting blown out prove that the group of 5 should not be in the college football playoff? And that leads me to my first hot take of the week. The group of 5 will never have a team in the college football playoff again. And I'll tell you why. Because we're going to put our thumb on the scale. As Rocky said earlier, top 12 teams get in. Awesome. I'll never let a group of 5 team in the top 12. I don't care if you're undefeated or not. Because here's the problem. Your conferences don't do enough for you. I'll just use JMU for example. JMU was a very good team this year. They beat Liberty and somebody else in the non-conference because nobody will play them. There's no benefit to me if I'm a Georgia or an Alabama or an Oklahoma. There's no benefit to me playing JMU because if I beat you, I was supposed to beat you. If I lose to you, I'm dead. The Sun Belt had one team with 10 wins. That was Old Dominion. They had one more with 8. That was Troy. Every other team in the Sun Belt was 7-5 or worse. I'm sorry, that ain't going to get you into the top 12. It's not going to do it. Well, but that's just the Sun Belt. Surely the American's the exact same thing. Tulane was 11-3. I still can't get over looking at a team that's 11-3 in the American that got into the college football playoff. You had Navy, you had North Texas, you had South Florida. Everybody else was 8-4 or worse. There's not enough in that conference, and they're way too close to each other. Those teams are not going to be enough. And I'm telling you, these big-time power schools are coming together, and they're looking at all these small schools going, we're going to put our thumb on the scale and make sure that they do not get into this. That's our call-in question of the night. Call-in lines open, 864-240-5480. You can also get us by text, 864-777-9593. This is 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. We're brought to you, as always, by Ingles Markets. You can find them online at ingles-markets.com. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. We're coming back to wrap it up for this hour right after this.
Nice newer car from the Gilstrap family dealerships.
And if you ever saw it, you would even say it
was an awesome deal for only $7 down.
All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call
his old ride names.
All right, you'll be back at 55:40, so that'll give you just about right at 3 minutes.
Sounds perfect to me, brother.
All right, I'll be right back.
You went to the Gilstrap family dealerships where you can get a new Mitsubishi or any nice newer ride you choose from our huge selection of certified pre-owned vehicles for only $7 down. The Gilstrap family dealerships. Ask about our exclusive Customers for Life program with a free lifetime powertrain warranty, oil changes, and more. Only at number 1 Mitsubishi and the Truck Farm. Come see us in Easley, Greenville, and Greer. Call today at 306-8785 or see all the deals online at the GilstrapFamilyDealerships.com.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. Only one will leave with an iFit contract worth $250,000. Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
The world's best are chasing gold. Get inside the action and support the team. Join Insider, the official U.S. ski and snowboard fan loyalty program for exclusive perks. Visit insider.usskiandsnowboard.org to join today.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
Get your mother-loving ears on because your big-time radio DJ's got news. PayPal lets you choose how you want to pay for all the stuff. With PayPal, I can pay in-store, pay online, or pay over time. What's that? You want this translated into song? I hope you're sitting down. You can pay your own way. You keep those ears on, you hear? Don't just pay, baby. PayPal.
Learn more at paypal.com. When your child needs an ENT procedure
Item back.
like ear tube placement, tonsil removal, or nasal treatment, you want answers, not delays. Surgery Center at Pelham offers quicker access to expert care for chronic infections, breathing issues,
10-4.
and more. Why wait months when your child
All right,
could
so
be
we'll give
scheduled
picks
this
on the
week?
Monday night
Plus,
game.
The Surgery
Quick.
Center at Pelham.
I need about
Because your child's
58-50. Is that
health,
what you
the
said?
sooner the better.
Yep.
Call the Surgery
10-4.
Center at Pelham
Then we'll
today.
come back.
High-quality
We got a
treatment
couple
with
texts on the line.
transparent
We'll
pricing
open up
is
the phone
applicable
lines
at
again.
Surgery Center at
I've still got
Pelham.
hot takes. I haven't even scrolled down on the rundown, so we're doing just fine.
Hundreds of all Christmas.
That's about standard for this show, though.
Dude, I put together 7 pages of legwork to go into this. I haven't made it to page 3 yet.
I feel like that's every week. But we stay busy with phone calls, so it's a good thing. Well, speaking of which, we just got a phone call. Hold on.
10-4. The weather outside's anything but frightful. And it looks like it's going to be 70 for Christmas. So, it's weird when you live in a place that's supposed to be cold and 70 degrees for Christmas. Okay.
Yeah. Is it California?
Jorts and mullets out. I'm here for it. Trey, I believe we have a call on the call-in line. Caller, who's this?
This is Alex from Charlotte. I was on a couple weeks ago. How are you doing?
I'm good, Alex. How are you? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and I'm going to be a fortune teller tonight for your Carolina Panthers.
All right. What you got, Alex?
All right. I'm going to tell you how this offseason is going to go. We, the Charlotte faithful, will be picking up for the price of one Sheriff Josie Wales. We will be getting one Quay Walker, who will be starting opposite of the beautiful Anthony Hill that we drafted in the second round after we draft Peter Woods in the first round. If David Bailey is gone, of course.
That would be 2 beautiful pieces to add to this defense. And I look, Carolina is I said this last week. Carolina's ahead of schedule. I think they're the better of these 2 teams, no matter how this turns out. And if I'm a Panther fan, I'm looking to the future going, I don't have to take anything. I can take the best player available, and that's how you build a roster.
I would agree with you in some regards. I drink whiskey in the other regards. But mostly, I feel hopeful because David Canales is Ted Lasso of the NFL. And I'm frankly very happy with the job he's done. I am a pessimist on Bryce Young's ability to be a top-tier quarterback. But of the excrement tier that you claim to be very alive, I believe he is one of the playmakers of that tier. And it is definitely a hot take in Charlotte, North Carolina. I think that he is capable. I just don't think that I would put him in the top 15 or top 10 anytime soon. But as we've seen Charlotte, you need to give a quarterback time before you're in or out on them. God bless Sam Darnold, you know?
Absolutely. Alex, we appreciate you. We're up against a hard out. Merry Christmas. We appreciate the call as always. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. This is The Overtime, brought to you by Ingles Markets. Find them online, ingles-markets.com. Coming back for the final hour here on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love to
Nailed
turtle doves
it.
plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
No gift? No problem. With Target's last
Did I hit that right on 5850 on your clock?
You can score on the hottest toys, beauty must-haves, chocolatey stocking stuffers, and much more. And if you need it now, no worries. Swing by any Target store today and snag all the stocking stuffers and gifts for the most magical season yet. Step into the holidays. Check off everything on your list and save big on your last-minute gifts. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. From the Ingalls studio, this is WROO-FM Malden, 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. We are Fox Sports! And here's what you need to know.
Still 15 minutes away from kickoff of the Monday Night Football game, San Francisco at Indianapolis. The Colts have been slumping. They're 8-6 now, and a Colts loss tonight would clinch a playoff spot in the AFC for Buffalo, for Jacksonville, and the LA Chargers. Chargers linebacker Denzel Perriman was suspended 2 games after another helmet-to-helmet hit. He will appeal. The NFL suspended Steelers wide receiver DK Metcalf for the final 2 games of the season. He will appeal. The Kansas City Chiefs will have a new stadium in 2031. It'll be in Kansas on the other side of the border, less than 25 miles west of Arrowhead Stadium. It'll be a dome stadium. Quarterback Gardner Minshew of the Chiefs suffered a knee injury yesterday. It is not a torn ACL, but he was placed on injured reserve. Notre Dame will play BYU for the next 2 years instead of USC. In the NBA tonight, currently it's Cleveland 53-52 over Charlotte in the second. I'm Steve DeSager.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000. This is when mindset.
Trey, can you hit those texts coming back?
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
So you need last-minute gifts. No judgment. Get an extra 25% off during Kohl's Friends and Family Sale and find great gifts under $20. Like something cozy, something thoughtful, something that says you planned this all along. Yep, you're just one quick trip away from checking off the last gifts on your list. Save now at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles. Offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
You hear that? That's the sound of the group chat going off when your fantasy team scores another touchdown in the playoffs. I'm JJ Zacharyson, host of the Late Round Fantasy Football Podcast. Every move matters this time of year, so tune in daily to help build a championship roster to beat your friends, your family, and that one coworker who won't stop talking. Literally. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Late Round Fantasy Football Podcast, and listen now.
He's like the book, Sports Talk for Dummies.
I know, I really am.
He makes you understand with perfect analogies.
The appetizer portion of this meal is over.
I got 20 seconds.
There we go.
I was a dum-dum and had the cue off.
Indeed. You're good.
I was like, man, he hadn't said anything.
I was starting to panic. I was like, uh-oh.
Nope, that was all me. My bad.
You're good.
Thing left to do, overreact. The NFL Draft Nerd is here to weave through the world of sports and separate fact from fiction. Get involved. The call-in line's open at 864-240-5480. You can tweet us, we don't call it X, at the NFL Draft Nerd. Now, here's that creed-loving, bird-fearing, football lunatic, Jeremy Greene.
One more hour on the Christmas edition of Overtime here on 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. And as always, brought to you by Ingalls Markets. Find them online, ingalls-markets.com. And save on your Christmas dinner with Ingalls. Over $1.50 off per pound select varieties of ham. See your store for details and get 400 fuel points when you spend $75+ on a pickup order and free pickup on orders over $35. Find them online, ingalls-markets.com. Ingalls Markets, low prices, love the savings. Trey, it's been an incredibly busy first hour, as it always is. I think we have a couple texts to get to as we start this hour. Call-in line is open, 864-240-5480, as is the text line, 864-777-9593. What you got, Trey?
Yeah, so got another one from Red Sea. Jeremy, Arizona currently pick 5 thanks to New Orleans winning. What would you do for Arizona with that pick? I don't see how we aren't forced or pressured into taking Ty Simpson at 5 after trading Yeah, trading K1. Plus, we don't have a lot of money to spend even before re-signings. I'm apparently much lower on our future than you are.
That's and I understand that, especially with where you thought we were coming into the season, where I thought you were coming into the season. For me, I'm going Maunoa or Fano, whichever one I fall in love with, because I think the high-end side of offensive linemen falls off the world. Not that there aren't good players, but in terms of no doubt day one starters, I think you've already got one in Paris Johnson. You either put Fano or Maunoa on the other side, and now I'm set there. Now I got to find the interior. I think you've re-signed Jacoby Brissett. I'm not touching Ty Simpson in the top 5. For me, there are three quarterbacks that are acceptable answers in the first round. There's Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana, who's going to be the number 1 pick in this draft. Dante Moore out of Oregon, and not applicable. You take anybody else in the first round, you're going to regret it. That leads me to my second hot take of the week. The quarterback bust rate has never been higher, and it's about to get worse. I keep hearing people tell me how good Caleb Williams is, and I get it. That team keeps winning games. Trey, I'm going to tell you about a philosophy I have. It's called the Hurricane Rock.
Okay, all right.
A friend of mine lives in Montana. He put a rock beside his front door, and he called it his Hurricane Rock. And since he put that rock next to his door, there have been no hurricanes. Did that rock actually do anything?
I mean, you can't disprove it.
No, because they don't have hurricanes in Montana. I did a little digging.
Got a caller.
Okay. I did a little digging, and I have unearthed a list that if you're a Caleb Williams apologist, it's not going to make you feel warm and fuzzy. This season, Caleb Williams only has 4 quarterbacks in the league with lower completion percentages than him. It's actually 3. He is 4. J.J. McCarthy, Jameis Winston, and Shedeur Sanders, because he's sitting at 57.8. Let's go back a year. How many quarterbacks were below 57.8 last year? Spencer Rattler, Tim Boyle, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Bailey Zappi, Anthony Richardson. That is a poopy list. But you know what? If we go back another year, surely we'll find one. Trevor Siemian, Brian Hoyer, Taylor Heineke, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Blaine Gabbert, Jeff Driscoll, P.J. Walker. My Lord, that's a lot of Cleveland Browns in a row. And Brett Rippon. Go back another year. You know what? If at first you don't succeed, try again. Joe Flacco, Davis Webb, Skylar Thompson, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Anthony Brown Jr.
That's elite company.
Just for posterity's sake, we'll go back one more year. Trevor Siemian, Zach Wilson, Cam Newton, Mike Glennon, Jake Fromm, State Farm. There's not a good quarterback on that list. That tells you everything that you need to know. Caleb Williams is the Hurricane Rock. The Green Bay Packers beat them convincingly for 57 minutes. And then in the last 3, they went, nope, not our contract. You got all we got tonight. We don't have Jordan Love. It's Malik Willis, Romeo Dobbs, and his goofy helmet pillow. By the way, the Guardian cap, that's a really goofy look. I understand why you're doing it. But when you boo-boo kitty and you have an onside kick hit you directly in the hands and you have a giant oversized pillow on your head, it makes you look more goofy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like those oversized hats. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. I know.
They're
exactly
giant and goofy looking. You see a guy doing that,
yeah,
and you're like, that's kind of stupid, but okay.
Can we start calling him the doublehead? Like a bobblehead, but doublehead?
When that guy trips over his own shoelaces and face plants on the sidewalk, that's when you go, yep, that maths. 4 plus 4 equals that. Every bit of that made plenty of sense. I believe we have a caller on the line. Mr. Falco, who you got?
Hey, gentlemen, this is West Coast Welch calling in tonight.
What's going on, Mr. Welch? How are you? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, good sir, good sir. I want to fix the NFL on the officiating side of things. I've gotten to the point where I have a lot of steam coming out of every orifice in my head I've seen virtual assist calls move the football a yard backwards, but further than it should have been. I've seen touchdowns that weren't touchdowns, especially that Colby Parkinson one where he was about a foot short for the Rams. This weekend was probably, bar none, one of the weirdest officiating weekends in the NFL that I've ever seen. And I want you to fix it for me.
Okay. Jonathan, we appreciate the call. As always with you, my friend. I'm going to fix NFL officiating, and I think I can do it in 30 seconds or less. I'm going to tell every NFL official that this is your full-time job or it's not your job at all. Every Tuesday, you will report to a league office to be determined, and we are going to discuss calls that happened in the previous week. We're not going to do it on Zoom. We're going to do it in person. Then we're going to take you out to a field out behind the facility there. We're going to show you these things in live time, and we're going to show you how we want them officiated. If, at the end of the season, you have below a passing grade, and a passing grade is not going to be like middle schools currently, where a 60 wins. If you're not above a 93%, you're done. You're not invited back for the next year. I'm going to have a training facility, probably in Frisco, Texas, because they have all of the facilities to do this, and I'm going to train officials. If those officials do not have a place in the NFL because there are not enough games for all the guys that I have, I'm going to use them in college football. I will make a deal with college football. Inter-conference games, instead of one of the conferences being who's responsible for officials, I'm going to use that as my training ground for the next set of NFL officials. This will become a career and not a hobby for some bored lawyer in Texas. I think I went more than 30 seconds, but I was close. And I think that fixes every problem. Because right now what we're getting is a lot of very passive officials that, I mean, Ed Hockley was the most successful defense attorney in Dallas. That guy's not sitting here studying film on Tuesday. He's just not doing it. If I pay these guys, if I unionize these guys, and I hate unions, but that's a story for another day. It's the only way this is going to happen. And I pay them $500,000 with escalators for qualifying for bigger games, that becomes a career. It's no longer your hobby. And you're going to do everything in your power to get it right. I'm also going to really expand the Sky Judge. I have the technology. Why am I not using it? It doesn't make any sense.
How do you feel about the transparency? I think, is it the ACC or the SEC that does it there, where you can hear what the officials are discussing?
I think you will have probably all but the SEC and Big Ten do that next year because it's one of the few things the ACC's gotten right. And I will be shocked if the NFL's not doing it within 3 years. Because the transparency, it shows you the process. It's really hard to say they're hiding something from you when they do it where you can hear it. And you're seeing the replays, you're seeing the thought process, and you're hearing the thought process. It's one thing when you just get these guys in a mute conversation like we had in Detroit yesterday. They're sitting here talking. Right. They could be talking about their dinner res for all I know. I get this out in front of everybody, and I know what you're talking about. It's a lot easier for me to feel better about what it is you're doing and how you're doing it. The NFL should have done this 10 years ago.
They absolutely should have. Yes.
It makes no sense to me that a league that prints money, even if that wouldn't fix the problem, and I can't tell you definitively it would. I think it would. But just for the optics alone, why are you not doing that?
Yep.
Because every time this comes up and you have an official that looks like he's trying to read the eye chart at the DMV from sniper range, it comes up. Well, these guys aren't full-time. Who's shocked that they're not completely versed on the rules and things that have changed over the course of this year? Why even allow the objection to be an objection?
Mm-hmm.
The NFL does virtually everything right. That's why when they do something wrong, it makes it make less sense. Detroit Fan Man in our YouTube chat, you can find us on YouTube at the Sportsocracy. Click that subscribe button so you know every time we're doing stuff, including a Fix the Franchise series here over the Christmas holiday. Red Sea, your team will be very high because I'm going in reverse draft order. Little mini mock, couple guys you could target, players I want to bring back, players that I want to throw into the pit of misery. I'll give you a hint. Yours is going to rhyme with Jonah Williams. says that refs need to have their own team facility, and Texas sounds right. I agree. Because from Texas, there's nowhere in the NFL that is a difficult travel. It's got to be somewhere in the middle of the country. Hey, maybe you can use Arrowhead when Kansas City moves out to go to Kansas. I will say there's no way they'll replicate Kansas. There's no way they'll replicate Arrowhead in Kansas City.
No.
It's a great home field advantage. I'm sad to see it go, but I understand it. This is a league that is built on moving forward. Soldier Field a few years from now will be a thing of the past. Arrowhead will as well. There are a lot of things that have come and gone over the course of time in the effort of progress. And if you look at Super Bowls and drafts and things like that bring a lot of money into your economy, we're not doing it at Arrowhead. We're not doing it at Soldier Field. We're looking at places like Nashville. Nashville's a fun place to hang out. We're doing the draft this year in Pittsburgh. We're doing the Super Bowl in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl next year is in L.A. Then it comes to Atlanta at a Super Bowl that we will be all over. I'll be there the entire week, and I may not come back. I'm already scared, and it's still 2 years away. This is the Overtime on 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. Calling lines open 864-240-5480. Text line as well, 864-777-9593. We got to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about those Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who's actually the best team in this division? And why does that not necessarily matter as to who's going to win the division? This is the Overtime on Fox Sports Upstate, brought to you by Ingles Markets. We'll be back right after this.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. You get premium benefits.
Great job. That was a solid Panther sound.
Wow.
Have to drop that in the sound bank.
I do that one a lot. It's the only animal sound I have. I do a lot of impressions, but that's the only animal sound I know of.
Yeah, I can't say that I have any animal sounds down in my repertoire.
Well, that and a Sasquatch call. I do.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do have the mating call, right?
Loo, 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 loo.
That's the altar call.
Loo, 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 loo.
All right, got about 2 minutes on this break.
Perfect. All right, I got to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Stop to stop. A message from
Okey-doke.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next two combined. So whatever your customers are into, true crime, sports, comedy, culture, they'll hear your message. Plus, only iHeart can extend your message to audiences across broadcast radio. And all this reach means everything. Just think about the universal marketing formula. The number of consumers who hear your message times the response rate equals the results. Now let's get those results growing for you. Think podcasting can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, radio, and podcasting. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. Or call 844-844-iHeart. One more time, call 844-844-iHeart and get podcasting working for you.
Freedom just got louder at Harley-Davidson in Greenville. Now through December 31st, when you purchase a brand new Harley-Davidson touring bike, you'll get a free Stage 2 upgrade. More power, more performance, more attitude. And here's the best part. 0 down financing is available. Don't wait. This offer ends December 31st. Visit 30 Chrome Drive in Greenville or upstateharley.com. Harley-Davidson in Greenville, where freedom meets the open road.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
Right here on 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate, brought to you by Ingles Markets. Find them online at ingles-markets.com and allow them to make your Christmas dinner even better. Ingles Markets, low prices, love the savings. Trey, it's been a wild year. We're coming down. We got a Monday Night Football game starting here momentarily.
Yes.
Indianapolis Colts, San Francisco 49ers. 49ers are a 5.5-point favorite. It's in Indianapolis. I'll take Indianapolis tonight to cover, San Francisco to win. And I have a weird feeling that you're going to get a lot of fantasy football goodness because it seems like the Monday Night Football game ahead of the final in fantasy football always seems to be chaos.
Oh, yeah.
Do you play fantasy football?
I do, yes. Yeah, I'm fighting for third place right now.
I'm already in 3 finals. I've got one that's still up for debate. I need a little George Kittle, a little Juwan Jennings tonight. Not a ton.
Okay. All right.
Just smattering. Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. I don't need a ton. Just a little bit. Just give me about 20 points. We'll be good. Call-in lines open, 864-240-5480. And our call-in question, does James Madison and Tulane getting blown out prove that the group of 5 should not be in the college football playoff? I believe you'll never see another one because we'll put our thumb on the scale. Hot takes of the weekend. We've already done 2 of the 5. 3, the Carolina Panthers are the best team in the NFC South, whether they win this division or not. It doesn't matter to me. I've seen it. I've seen it over several weeks. I started calling for the absolute downfall of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers weeks ago. Baker Mayfield has reverted back to the same quarterback the Cleveland Browns looked at and said, we're good. Emeka Ibuka, that was fun while it lasted. And now you know what he is? Just another dude. Just another receiver. He's a solid 2 in the NFL, which is what I thought he would be when they drafted him. The problem with adding a player like that and having receivers that come and go in and out of the lineup is nobody ever gets really comfortable with where they are. Mike Evans is locked into his spot. Well, here's the problem. Emeka Ibuka played in his spot a good bit while he was out. He also played out of the slot, which Chris Godwin is locked into. Now he's playing on the opposite side as a true Z, and guess what? He doesn't look so good, does he? Bucky Irving, weird. You miss half the season? Coach doesn't trust you. So you get a lot of carries, but there are a lot of carries that are right up the keister of the guard, which have very little potential to do much for you. Bryce Young, is he special? No. Is Baker Mayfield special? Also no. It's the same answer that it's been for years. People want to see something different in him than what's really there. He's not a great player. He never has been. He's a turnover-prone, smallish quarterback that is really prone to making bad decisions in the most vulnerable moments, as happened yesterday. Tampa Bay's driving down the field with a chance to put this game into overtime, take the pressure off, and what did Baker do? He threw a bad interception. Well, but Mike Evans ran the wrong route. Was it Mike Evans ran the wrong route or Baker Mayfield threw the wrong route? It's weird. That seems to happen to Baker a lot. Doesn't matter how good the receiver is, doesn't matter how good the offensive coordinator is. He gets a lot of guys that run the wrong route. The commonality there is him.
Got another text.
The Carolina Panthers have a 1-game advantage on Tampa Bay. They beat Seattle this week. Miami beats the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're in the playoffs no matter what happens week 18. I believe Seattle will come to Carolina and beat the Panthers this week. You have a motivated Sam Darnold. They're still playing for the 1 seed. Sam was jilted here in Charlotte. I also think there's a good chance the Miami Dolphins beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's not a very good team. It's not a very well-coached team. And now it's a team that's looking at their coach, hearing a lot of outside pressure, that if this doesn't go the right way, Todd Bowles may not have a job 2 weeks from now. And I've argued he shouldn't have had a job for the last 4 years. But he keeps winning the division. Why do I care? With a New Orleans Saints team that was so killed against the salary cap that you could barely field a competitive roster, the Carolina Panthers, who have been an absolute rebuild for 3 years, and the Atlanta Falcons that just can't do anything right. Why do I care that you keep beating them? That doesn't mean you're good. It means you're better than what they're putting on the field right now. And the first time one of these teams has come close to a competent quarterback play, competent offensive roster, competent coaching, and all of a sudden, here we are with Tampa Bay on the absolute brink and Carolina looking to take over the division. The Carolina Panthers are the better team here. They're also the happier team going into the offseason, whether Tampa Bay wins the division or they do. And I don't think it's that far of a limb to go out on to say the Carolina Panthers are in markedly better shape moving forward than Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Text line's open, 864-777-9593. And I believe Santa Trey, I believe we have a text on the text line.
We do, yes. This one comes from JB. He says, JMU and Tulane did not deserve to be in the playoffs. Notre Dame and Vandy or Texas would have been way better games.
Well, it's funny you said that because I teased this an hour ago. And sometimes with me, it took a lot of blows to the head. You got to play the long game. Stop playing conference championship games. Conference championship game steers you into a corner. Because had JMU not won that game to win the Sun Belt, would we be arguing? Would this even be an argument?
No.
You know why? Because the season doesn't matter. Because whether you know it or not, you don't care. They win this one meaningless game against the best of the rest in that conference, and we give it some form of credence. That makes no sense to me. Take your entry week, the conference championship weekend, and make it an entry weekend. This year, you would have had Kennesaw State, you'd have had Western Michigan, JMU, Tulane. You would have had, it would have been Virginia, because if you don't play the game, then Duke obviously can't win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Vanderbilt, Texas, and Notre Dame. Those 8 play each other for 4 seeds. Fact or fiction, that takes every bit of this away. And when Kennesaw State gets their absolute brains bashed out by Notre Dame, we gave you a shot. You can call it extending the playoff. You can call it entry weekend. I don't really care what you call it. You want to keep giving them a shot? That's fine. You know where I don't need them? The week before Christmas in a first-round game with playoff on their lapel. Because to me, it really dumbs down your playoff. Because every time I saw a JMU player, specifically 33, who looks like he's about 435 pounds, every time I saw that, I went, this doesn't feel as big as it should. Now look at all the matchups this weekend. They feel bigger. And actually, I say this weekend. It's actually next weekend. They feel bigger. Alabama, Indiana, that feels big. Because it is. Texas Tech and Oregon, that feels big. Miami, Ohio State. Yeah, we played that in a national title game not that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss, Georgia, that was a fantastic game the first time we played it. Now we're going to play it in the Superdome. That's what a playoff's supposed to feel like. If you're going to do a college football playoff, it has to feel like the NFL playoffs. Because if it doesn't, then why are we doing it? What was the point? What was the point of 20 years of gnashing of teeth and the BCS and the 4-team playoff and all of the other iterations that we've had? If we're not going to get better, then what was the point? JMU and Tulane was a step back. Now we have to look at it as, what do we do moving forward? And if you don't come up with a solution, then you're really just running on a treadmill. I don't want to look at 3/4 of the FBS teams in college football and say, you have no shot to win a title. I really want to make this a salary cap thing. I said that a couple weeks ago. If you don't have $20 million to pay your roster, you don't qualify. We'll let you be the minor league teams. We'll even have a tournament for you. But I'm not putting you in this tournament. I'm not leading a pig to the slaughter on national television. I'm not dumbing down your product just to make you feel warm and fuzzy because you got here. You got here doesn't mean anything. You were non-competitive, and it was abundantly clear. from the second those games started. If you can't compete, you don't deserve to be here. This is 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. The Sportsocracy, the overtime, brought to you by Ingles Markets. Low prices. Love the savings. Hit us on the call-in line 864-240-5480. Text line 864-777-9593. Coming back, we're going to talk a little Monday Night Football, hit our last 3 hottest takes of the week, and we're going to pick that dog, Trey Falco. You had a really good week last week. We'll see if you can double down on it. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene, and this is 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate.
The world's best are chasing gold. Get inside the action and support the team. Join Insider, the official U.S. ski and snowboard fan loyalty program for exclusive perks. Visit insider.usskiandsnowboard.org to join today.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
This isn't just a game, it's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Be there at Barnes Courts Wellness Arena on March 27th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com for your tickets to the 100-year tour.
Psst, we weren't supposed to find this, but we did.
Santa has a secret list no one knows about.
It's his nicer, newer card list.
Hey, Upstate, it's the Ghost Art Family Dealerships here, your dealer for the people.
Santa told us
Do we have anybody on the call-in line, Trey?
And help them get into a nicer, newer ride.
Not currently, no.
10-4.
See Phillip Rivers throwing that touchdown to get the Colts on the board?
I did. To Alec Pierce. Now I need Brock Purdy to come back and do the same thing to George Kittle so I can call this an early night and not watch the rest of this.
Cole and your stocking from Christmas past.
Our For the People credit approval process is your angel of approval.
So trade naughty for nice and upgrade your ride today.
But don't wait.
Santa's shutting this stocking stuffer down at the end of this month.
The Gilstrap Family Dealership.
All right, what time do I need to be targeting here?
Truck Farms and number 1 Mitsubishi.
Same as last time. So you can come back we'll be back at 34:30 and then get out around 50, 52.
Okay.
85. Check out.
And then out on this hour at 58:50.
10-4.
Better, we understand that. That's why we're giving away a free $10 just for signing up. Download the Better app, pick more or less on player stats, watch the games, and win some cash. It's that simple. Better Picks is available in 33 states, including Texas, California, and Georgia. Download the Better app today. That's Better, B-E-T-R, and get a free $10, no deposit necessary. Must be 21 or older in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Better Picks. Sports just got better.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get Super Sure. Coming soon.
The world needs Sesame Street. And right now, Sesame needs you. Donate today at sesame.org.
JB texted in. He just said, well said, I agree.
10-4. I'll shoot him a text back.
Thanks for making
Okay, cool.
a difference.
Hey, Greenville! Open enrollment for Marketplace Health Insurance is happening now. Discover what your local South Carolina Blue Team can do for you. Located in Magnolia Park on Woodruff Road next to Cheddar's, Casey and his team of licensed health insurance advisors are ready to help you find a Blue Cross Blue Shield of South Carolina plan that can fit your budget and needs. Meet in person or over the phone. Visit the SC Blue Team at Magnolia Park or betterwithbluesc.com. That's betterwithbluesc.com.
More than 1 million wild animals are killed each year illegally. Poaching is a major threat to our country's wildlife.
We got a comment on YouTube I want to get to.
With a desire to preserve living space.
All right. You got about 30 seconds.
It's just 10-4. Works with private landowners to protect wildlife, to preserve natural habitats. To learn more or to work with the Humane Society Wildlife Land Trust, call 800-729-SAVE. That's 800-729-SAVE or visit wildlifelandtrust.org. Thank you.
Upstate.
Guaranteed cash money.
He's the most listened to sports show in the nation.
Never forget.
Colin Cowherd brings his unique take on sports to you every weekday.
That's called valuable.
Weekdays at noon on Fox Sports Upstate.
We're back in the overtime, brought to you by Ingles Markets. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. We got a 7-0 game. Indianapolis Colts over the San Francisco 49ers. Got a dot from Old Man Rivers, which is the only nickname I will hear for Mr. Rivers moving forward. At least until he...
Don't bet against the fat boy.
You always have a fun button. Where's the one from Jerry Jones?
Quite a few of them.
Where's the one from Jerry Jones?
Which one? I've got a couple of them.
I want me some glory hole.
That's the one. That's the one. Oh, Jerry, the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, yeah.
We had a comment in our YouTube stream that I'd like to hit from GG Gambling. Said, if teams make a borrow $20 to $25 million, that mean they make a different schedule. What do these schools do with schedules 5 years in advance? Well, it's stupid that we allow them to schedule 5 years in advance.
Yep.
That's insane. It's just dumb. Do away with the dollar games. You've already got teams that are bailing water on these things as fast as you can get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So just look at each other and go, clean slate. Who oversees that? Good question. Not my problem. That's yours. Because I got news for you. I've done this for quite some time in college football, and what I've found is every time there's a loophole and one person jumps through it, 50 more are going to follow him down that same rabbit hole. And as I'm looking around at JMU and Tulane going, awesome, your best win between the two of you was Duke. Cool. I don't schedule anybody else. If you don't believe me, go look at the non-conference schedule in college football next year. It's already out. All you got to do is Google it. I've been building a tailgate tour for next year. I'm going to have to leave the country for any reason to go to a non-conference game in the first few weeks of next year. That's how bad it is. I think there should be a salary cap that basically sets you where you go. If you're $1 million or lower, you're the single A. 1 to 5 is double A. 5 to 15 is single A. 15 to 20 is the big leagues. And you got to put a cap on it because I'm telling you, a lot of these oil schools specifically,
oh, yeah,
they'll spend $50 million. They don't care.
I'm all in.
All in. Love Jerry Jones. I can't stand the Dallas Cowboys, but I love Jerry Jones. Did you hear him yesterday? Well, we've underachieved in certain places. We've overachieved in others. And I know we need to play better. Well, that's some bang-up analysis, Jerry.
Yeah,
I'm really glad they bring you on the Radio Box to talk about that. My show, the Sportsocracy, my daily show, the Sportsocracy. Tomorrow, it's a Christmas tradition. We will be reading "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" in all of Jeremy's voices. It's one of my favorite moments of the year. Yeah, Frank Caliendo does it. I do different voices. And this year, Bill Clinton has a whole new tenor. And I'm very excited about it.
Okay.
Oh, it's my favorite day. It's like my reward for getting through the year. You get a little Lou Holtz, you get a little Christopher Walken, a little John Madden, some Morgan Freeman, Bill Clinton. It's a great
quite
time.
The range.
It's a great time. It's a great time. That'll be tomorrow, noon. Find it on our YouTube page at The Sportsocracy. Have a couple more hottest takes of the week. The ones we've already gotten to. The group of 5 will never have a team in the college football playoff again. The quarterback bust rate has never been higher, and it's about to get worse. The Carolina Panthers are the best team in the NFC, whether they win the division or not. Number 4, the Jacksonville Jaguars are a legit contender and need to be treated as such. They went into Denver yesterday and absolutely dominated what had looked like the best team in the AFC all year long.
Yep.
I get it. It's hard to look at Jacksonville and not see what they've been for the better part of the last 20 years.
Well, there's also Liam Cohen. Look, he's coaching great. He's kind of a goober. I don't like him.
Kind of a goober?
Yeah.
That's like saying Jerry Jones is kind of crazy. No, they're super. He's a super goober, and Jerry Jones is super crazy. But Liam Cohen's a really good offensive mind.
He is,
and what he did is took a first-round pick in Trevor Lawrence, a first-round pick in Travis Etienne, a first-round pick in Brian Thomas Jr., and the crazy thing about Jacksonville, Brian Thomas Jr. has been largely irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
He lost a first-round pick in Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
And then he's got this cast of other guys, the LaQuint Allens, the Jacoby Myers, the Parker Washingtons, the Brenton Strange, and he's turned this into a really, really good offense. He's done what Doug Peterson couldn't do. And then you look at that defense. You know, the beauty of drafting in the top 5 year over year is that you wind up with a lot of guys that are super talented. You just got to put them in the right position.
Right.
And that's exactly what he's done. I watched almost every play of that Jaguar-Bronco game live yesterday, and at no point did I think Denver was the better team. Not for a second. In the hardest place in the NFL to play, because not only is it cold, it's also really high. The air's really thin, it's really hard to breathe, and it's really hard to get any form of cardio. Because you just feel like you're breathing through a straw.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult. And Jacksonville went in there and absolutely embarrassed Denver. Now, does that mean I'm out on Denver? Not at all. It means I think we've undervalued Jacksonville, and maybe we've overvalued some of these other teams. The AFC's wide open. And when I say wide open, I mean you could convince me any of the 7 teams that are going to get in, they could play in the Super Bowl. Name me the one that you can just without a doubt say, nope, they're not going to do it. Houston Texans, probably the best defense in the league. If not, it's 2.
Yep.
Good young quarterback that has really good moments, has some mediocre other ones. They don't run well, but that's going to be a pretty consistent theme of some of these teams. Buffalo Bills, you have the best quarterback in the AFC. It's not close.
Yep.
Your defense is a sieve. You may have the best running back in the AFC. Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah, your offensive line's killed, but your defense is grossly underrated. Your quarterback's been really good, and you got 2 running backs. I'll let you comment on your Pittsburgh Steelers because it's Christmas, and I want to say nice things.
I think if they keep playing the way that they're playing right now, yeah, I could see it. Aaron Rodgers, as long as he doesn't revert back to, what was that, the 3-4 weeks ago Aaron Rodgers that we had, that where he was terrified to step up in the pocket and he danced around all game. Like if he delivers like he did this week and last week, sure. Defense has stepped up. You got Derek Harmon there. You've cut those rushing yards in half with Derek Harmon. He's been great.
He's you got a cagey veteran in Aaron Rodgers. Now, you're not going to have DK Metcalf for the last 2 games of the regular season because he's an idiot.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not going to mince words with DK Metcalf. You are a moron. You went over to engage with a fan, and I'll be honest with you, I think the punishment was light. Just 2 regular season games and you get to come back for the playoffs? Seacrest out. That's insane to me. You assaulted a fan. I don't care what he said to you. You have a problem with him? Trust me. I know how this goes. Go find a security guy. I've watched it happen right in front of me.
George Pickens would have bicycle kicked him.
No doubt. George Pickens would have Anthony Joshua'd him in the face. So I'll at least give DK that. You didn't do that, and I think the only reason you didn't do that is because you missed.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars, that team's really, really good. Trevor was a generational prospect, and we're starting to see more of that. The last 3 games have been the best 3-game stretch of his NFL career, and it's not close.
Yep.
New England Patriots, Drake May right now is second in MVP balloting for me, and I don't think there's even a close 3.
He's so good.
He is so good. And then you get Denver. If not Houston, that's the best defense in the league. Bo Nix, outside of yesterday, has been largely really good. And you've had a lot of guys step up. The AFC is infinitely more interesting than any conference I've seen going into the playoffs in 30 years of watching this league because I don't even have a favorite. I don't even know who to say the favorite is. That's how wide open this is. Our final hot take of the week. The Chicago Bears are this year's Minnesota Vikings. Last year, the Minnesota Vikings found a way to win 11 one-score games.
Yep.
What do they look like this year?
Ooh, it's not good.
Well, that's because they have 9 as their quarterback.
Oh, well, that's right. Yeah,
9. Man, he's terrible.
Generational meme, though.
I hated him as a prospect, and I thought this year was just going to make me hate him more. I'm actually starting to like him, not as a prospect. He is an absolute grumper as a quarterback, but he is so much fun to make fun of.
Yeah,
like he is
really
top
is.
5 most fun guys to make fun of ever because you have that meme that you're talking about, and then like
it doesn't matter how
every
good of a
time
quarterback you are,
every
You're
time
one
he
bad
has
game.
he has 2 or 3 good series, and you go, yeah, you're figuring it out. Oh Lord, have mercy! What was that? What did you just do? He's like J.J. McCarthy is almost like a Labrador puppy. Of every time you thought you taught him not to piddle in the house, he rips the couch to shreds.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not good. I really wish you had not done that. Kind of like the Indianapolis Colts. I really wish you had not just fumbled the ensuing kickoff. And now we've had San Francisco since our last update. DeMarcus Robinson touchdown for the San Francisco 49ers. And I believe we have another score on the board. I believe it is now 14-7. It is Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown for the San Francisco 49ers.
Yep, this might get out of hand.
It could, or Indianapolis could come down and score, and this would be very much on brand of exactly what I thought this game was going to be.
Yeah.
A back and forth of 2 very mediocre teams. They're not great. Neither one of them's great. But they're going to make the playoffs. At least San Francisco is. Indianapolis is not. Mr. Falco, it is time for one of the best parts of this every week. Can we pick that dog?
Pick that dog.
Last week, you, Mr. Falco, undefeated, 5-0, picking dogs.
Let's go.
5 outright dog winners. That is how you pick that dog. And so I ask you this week, can you pick that dog? See if you can keep the winning ways up. We have Thursday games. I'm not going to bore you with 3 that involve whoever's going to play quarterback for the Washington Commanders. I'm not sure who that is yet. Max Brosmer or Chris Olodokun.
Who?
That would be the starter of your Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Minshew, yeah.
I just want to throw this out there. I just want people to remember that I told you 3 weeks ago Kansas City's going to miss the playoffs, wind up with Jeremiah Love, and we're all going to be sad that we celebrated that they missed the playoffs because now they're going to be able to run. We start Houston Texans, Los Angeles Chargers. It's in SoFi. It's in L.A. It's on NFL Network on Saturday. Texans are a 2.5-point dog. Trey Falco, can you pick that dog?
I pick that dog. I like that defense.
I like that defense. I really hate that offense. I did laugh this week as a lot of people told me, hey, no Woody Marks. Can I play Nick Chubb on DraftKings or any of the other things? Oh, good God, no. If it's a member of the Houston Texans offense and his name doesn't rhyme with Nico Collins, don't ever play them ever. Because that's the one part of that offense I actually like. I can't lay this one. I feel like I've seen this before. And whoever's at home has a huge advantage.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that the SoFi advantage is really anything, because there might be more Texans fans there than there are Chargers. I just like this Charger team. I think they're undervalued. I think the defense is better than people give it credit for. I think the weakest unit in this game is the Texans offense. So I cannot pick that dog. Second Saturday night game, Baltimore Ravens at the Green Bay Packers. Great chance that the starter for the Green Bay Packers is Clayton Tune. Green Bay is a 2.5-point favorite. Can you pick that dog?
No.
Lamar, day to day, not sure if he's going to play.
I get that. I don't know, man. The Packers have been very Jekyll and Hyde this year, too, in my opinion. I mean, they've been more good than they have bad, but they have these weird games where I'm like, what are you doing?
The thing I love about Green Bay is this misnomer that the defense is really good. I mean, we've been doing this for weeks. It's not just because Micah's gone.
Right.
That defense is just not good. It hasn't been good.
No, it's not.
It's good for moments, and then it's an absolute sieve in others.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean you're a good defense. It actually largely means you're a mediocre defense. I don't think they're great, but I think they're good enough to beat what I think is a really disappointing Baltimore team. I think losing that game to New England just takes the win completely out of your sails. I cannot pick that dog. Next one on the schedule, the team that is currently playing, the Indianapolis Colts. At home, Jacksonville Jaguars. Colts are a 7-point dog. Trey Falco, can you pick that dog? This is the hardest one of the week to me.
Yeah. 7 points. I think I will pick that dog. I think that the Colts could at least keep within 7. Do I think they're going to win? No. Is it maybe do they trail by 6? Sure.
I agree. I really like Indianapolis. I wish it was plus 7.5.
Yeah, that would be better.
I really wish it was plus 7.5. But I'm okay at 7 because I think even on the low side, Jacksonville's coming off a really emotional win. That was on the road. This is back-to-back on the road. You tend to see a little bit of letdown here. I am with you. I can pick that dog. Give me Indianapolis plus the 7. I'm going to save the local game for last.
Okay.
Chicago Bears at the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers are a 3-point favorite. Can you pick that dog?
Yeah, I'll pick that dog.
I don't think either one of these teams are all that good. I think they're both frauds. And I know how Robert Saleh's defense works.
Mm-hmm.
I know Ben Johnson personally, and I think he is going to carve it to pieces. I'm with you. I will take Chicago plus the 3. I can pick that dog. Final one. The Carolina Panthers. 7.5-point dog at home. I didn't realize I've never done that around you.
No, you haven't.
I do that every time the Panthers' name comes up. Seahawks, 7.5-point favorite in Charlotte. Trey Falco, can you pick that dog?
Give me Bryce Young. I'll pick that dog.
I'm right there with you. West Coast team coming east, 1 o'clock slate. You have an extra layover. I'm not telling you Carolina's going to win this game. I think Sam Darnold is going to go nanner stuffings, but I think this game's closer than you think.
Yeah.
And Carolina could win it. I have a weird feeling Carolina's going to have the ball with 5 minutes to go with a chance to win this game. I'm with you.
Like that.
Carolina Panthers plus the 7.5. We can pick that dog. He's Trey Falco. I'm Jeremy Greene. It's last call for phone calls. Right here on the Christmas edition of Overtime, 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. Get in touch with us, 864-240-5480, or hit the text line, 864-777-9593. We'll be back after this to close it up right before Christmas.
Guys, thanks for helping me carry my Christmas tree.
Zoe, this thing weighs a ton.
Drewski, lift with your legs, man.
Santa! Did you get my letter?
He's talking to you, Bridges.
I'm not that.
Of course he did. Right, Santa?
You know, my elf Drewski here, he handles the nice list.
An elf? I'm 6'3". What everyone wants is iPhone 17. And at T-Mobile, you can get it on them. That center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. Right, Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch, so you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part, you can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Guys, my side of the tree is slipping.
Timber!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Switch in just 15 minutes and get iPhone 17 on us with no trade-in needed.
With 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier or cancel. Finance agreement, 256 gigs, $830. Eligible port in and new line. $100 plus a month plan with autopay plus taxes and fees required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points.
You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
Get cozy at Lost Cajun with hearty jambalaya, scratch-made gumbos, and delicious pastas. Every bite brings the bold, comforting flavors of Louisiana to Greenville. The Lost Cajun. Visit us downtown or on Pelham Road and savor the comfort of real Cajun classics.
Let's live more. Whether
your dream vacation is about doing it all or nothing at all, you'll find what you love with Norwegian Cruise Line. Be charmed by historic European cities, wowed by the wild sights of Alaska, or calmed by serene beaches in the Caribbean. Wherever you go next, feel free to experience more with Norwegian. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA.
The model year-end sale is rolling strong at Harley-Davidson and Green.
You have about 3 minutes on this segment.
10-4.
Until 2026 on remaining 2024 models. New Road Glides starting at just $349 a month. Inventory is moving fast. Don't miss your chance to save big before these bikes are gone. Visit 30 Chrome Drive in Greenville or upstateharley.com. Harley-Davidson in Greenville, where fall freedom rides.
For contesting on the station, go to 1049foxsports.com/rules.
Final segment here before the Christmas break. Trey, you got big plans for Christmas?
Not really. Going to be chilling at the house. The flu has rubbed through my house, so I am trying very hard not to get sick.
Oh yeah, you barricade yourself in the basement, the storm shelter.
Yep.
A hotel down the street, whatever you have to do. I was sick a few weeks ago. Trust me, it's an ugly thing. I can't speak to my plans because my wife doesn't know them yet, and there's a great chance that she's listening right now. So
okay. We
have plans. I'll update you on what those were next week, right here on 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. We're going to the second quarter. San Francisco 49ers up 14-7 on the Indianapolis Colts, but old man Rivers is driving. This may end up being a shootout. I took the over in this game because I had I told you, the last Monday night game of fantasy football semifinal week is always an excrement show. And there's always somebody mad because some goober had DeMarcus Robinson who has like 3 touchdowns, and now he's in the finals. Well, yeah, there's merit to that. I have vanquished all but one foe, and I need but 5 more points from Juwan Jennings and George Kittle for it to be a perfect week, which is all you can ever hope for as you go into the Christmas season. Got about a minute left here. We appreciate all of you. We know we're a new show here on Fox Sports Upstate. We appreciate all of the support, all of the kind words, all of the text messages, all of the things. And we've got a lot planned for the new year. Mr. Falco, I personally want to say thank you for kind of upsetting your apple cart with me. and it's quite a drive for you to get to the studio to make all of these things happen, but I want to personally say thank you for all that you do and for making this possible here on Fox Sports Upstate. It's always been a place I've wanted to be. I consider it a second home. I lived here for several years, and it's been the highlight of my year to be able to join you guys here, and we're looking forward to a great new year.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate you bringing me along on this little journey. It's been fun.
I always said I couldn't do radio without Tank Spencer because I am way too spoiled. But you are very much right there in line with him. Just a great radio guy, and I appreciate you a lot. I hope you have a great Christmas with your family, and to all of you listening, great Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever holiday it is that you celebrate. I hope you have a merry one. And we'll see you right back here next Monday, 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. We're always brought to you by Ingles Supermarkets. Find them online, ingles-markets.com. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you for the New Year's show next week right here on Fox Sports Upstate.
The world's best ski and snowboard athletes are chasing medals. Now you can follow their every move. Join Insider, the official U.S. ski and snowboard fan loyalty program, and get premium viewing at World Cup ski events, exclusive athlete meetups, discounts from brands you love, and a custom welcome gift mailed direct to your doorstep. This winter, show your support as they race for the podium. Head to insider.usskiandsnowboard.org and join today.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. From the Ingalls studio, this is WROO-FM Malden, 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed.